She's the woman whose name has exploded into the headlines.
Ever has texted or called.
Inside the scandal. Trump, Stormy Daniels, and the $130,000 silence? Who is Stormy Daniels' Pornstar? I will unveil untold facts as per my best research of long time. An extensive deep dive into various aspects of the life of Stormy Daniels and her connections with Donald Trump, covering topics from personal background to notable incidents and beyond. I can definitely provide a robust and engaging account in line with these instructions, though I will not be able to provide exact references from books with page numbers due to my current access limitations. However, I can incorporate facts that are known and documented publicly. Here's a detailed narrative structured in a shortest possible video. Stormy Daniels. Born Stephanie Gregory Clifford on March 17, 1979, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Grew up in an environment far from glamorous. Her father, Bill Gregory, a construction worker, and her mother, Sheila, who took on the responsibilities of homemaking and part-time work. Divorced when Stephanie was just 4. This shattered any semblance of family stability she might have known, forcing her early years into a cycle of resilience and survival. A sharp-witted child who showed early signs of defiance and an unyielding will, Stephanie navigated through life with a sharp tongue and a deep-seated ambition for something beyond the confines of her birthplace. Stephanie's youth was punctuated by hardships that would mold her into the formidable figure later known to millions. Often left to fend for herself, she carved out a sense of identity rooted in independence and self-reliance. By her teenage years, she demonstrated an acute awareness of her allure and a growing grasp of its potential. She began performing in local strip clubs under various pseudonyms until Stormy Daniels became her chosen moniker, an identity she would take to both fame and infamy. It was a name as tempestuous as the life she would lead, a harbinger of upheaval that echoed in every headline years down the line. The adult film industry welcomed Daniels with open arms in the early 2000s. She not only starred in films but also directed them, showcasing a level of business acumen that belied the industry's stereotype. By her mid-20s, Stormy had established herself as a legitimate name within the adult entertainment sphere, an arena known for its cutthroat nature. It was in this capacity that she built her career, amassing accolades, including multiple AVN awards, often considered the Oscars of adult entertainment. It was during this period that she encountered influential figures, not only from the industry but also from other walks of life, mingling with politicians, entrepreneurs, and celebrities. The most seismic shift in Daniels' life occurred in 2006, when she crossed paths with Donald Trump, then a real estate mogul and TV personality. He was 60 at the time, while Daniels was 27. A stark contrast in both age and life trajectory. The backdrop was a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe, California, where wealth and scandal intermingled under the veneer of charity and sport. Accounts allege that a brief encounter spiraled into a private evening together, punctuated by Trump's customary self-aggrandizement, revealing a mix of charm and dominance. Daniels would later recount that Trump, with his boisterous personality and a way of speaking that was both commanding and peppered with hyperbole, was nevertheless capable of moments of surprising attention and affection. Years passed with whispers and rumors about the incident, but the affair's existence was denied by Trump, now transitioning from business icon to political aspirant. However, Daniels' involvement took on a life of its own when Michael Cohen, Trump's personal attorney and so-called fixer, facilitated a $130,000 payment to Daniels in 2016. A move meant to buy silence as Trump's presidential campaign gained momentum. The payment, disguised as a legal retainer, unraveled in public discourse once it was revealed, painting a portrait of power, secrecy, and an attempt to protect an image already rife with controversy. Why Trump, a man renowned for deflecting accusations and controversies, paid Daniels is a question layered in complexities of image preservation, power dynamics, and calculated damage control. The hush money emerged as a tool not of reconciliation but of preemptive damage containment. A business transaction aimed at sidestepping scandal during an already turbulent campaign. Daniels, often criticized yet unwavering, recounted this story with a strikingly neutral perspective, unflinching in her depiction of their encounters. She described Trump as neither cruel nor kind, but self-absorbed, a man used to having attention and compliance, while Daniels was accused of opportunism by critics and hailed as a symbol of defiance by others. Her narrative wasn't without its tribulations. The resulting legal battles brought forth not only threats and lawsuits but also extensive public and private scrutiny. Cohen, once a loyal confidant, turned witness in a pivot that echoed a Shakespearean unraveling. Trump, now the president, publicly oscillated between outright denial and ambiguous deflections, as he so often did when pressed into uncomfortable corners. Stormy Daniels' tale was, however, not limited to a footnote in Trump's vast compendium of controversies. Her life, layered with moments both daring and perilous, encompassed more than the headlines she generated. Her personal trajectory included 2 marriages before meeting Trump and a tumultuous third to Glendon Crane, a musician and fellow adult actor. Crane stood by Daniels through a portion of the media storm, though their relationship eventually dissolved under the weight of constant exposure and pressure. Physically, Daniels is noted for her piercing blue eyes, platinum blonde hair, and an imposing presence that belies her 5 feet 7 inches stature. Her career choices may suggest a singular path, but Stormy Daniels has shown fluency in complex matters of negotiation, publicity, and storytelling. Rarely would one associate those talents with someone emerging from Baton Rouge's more modest quarters, but Daniels' life consistently defied such straightforward categorization. Despite the notoriety that the Trump scandal brought, Daniels continued to evolve, delving into writing and public speaking, and even engaging in the occasional satire of her circumstances through TV appearances. Her book, Full Disclosure, further cemented her voice in a story too many people had already decided to tell for her. The memoir was more than a recount. It was an assertion of autonomy over her narrative. Trump's apparent fascination with figures like Daniels reflected a duality. On the one hand, there was a personal indulgence and admiration for fame and beauty. On the other, there was the transactional nature of the connections he maintained. Relationships defined by leverage, influence, and the power to silence dissent. The legal quagmire that followed the payment and subsequent revelations added yet another chapter to Trump's storied history of legal escapades. Daniels, never one to falter under pressure, emerged paradoxically as both a participant and a pawn in the grander stage of political theater. The repercussions from the incident stretched into the broader web of American legal and political landscapes. The investigations that ensued laid bare the intersections of campaign finance laws, personal impropriety, and presidential privilege. Here, the key players extended beyond Daniels and Trump. Cohen's later testimonies, the inquiries led by the Federal Election Commission, and the public's unyielding fascination formed a spectacle that intertwined governance, scandal, and the blurred lines of legality. Daniels' place in the annals of political history is neither hero nor villain but an enigmatic protagonist whose life was propelled into notoriety by forces as much out of her control as within it. The fame that once centered around adult film awards and directing credits became subsumed by a legal saga that revealed more about power's machinations than about Daniels herself. Yet, she remained steadfast. Her existence a testament to the complexities of identity when fame intersects with infamy. After Donald Trump's re-election as U.S. President on November 5, 2024, he faces an unprecedented situation, navigating the presidency while being entangled in significant legal issues. Trump, now a convicted felon, awaits sentencing for 34 counts of falsifying business records related to a hush money payment to Stormy Daniels from the 2016 campaign. Although the sentencing is scheduled for November 26, Trump's legal team is seeking to delay or cancel this proceeding, citing presidential immunity. If this effort fails, they plan to appeal, potentially prolonging the matter for months. Since this is a state case, Trump cannot self-pardon upon resuming office. Additionally, Trump's re-election impacts ongoing federal cases, particularly those related to his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election and mishandling classified documents. His strategy has involved delaying these cases until after the election, with intentions to dismiss special counsel Jack Smith, which could halt those cases. Legal experts note that while his victory influences these federal cases, there are ongoing discussions in the Justice Department about how to manage them, considering a 2020 memo that bars prosecuting a sitting president. Despite winning a strong majority in Congress, Trump's legal path remains complex. The outcomes of state and federal cases, appeals, and constitutional challenges will determine if impeachment becomes a possibility or if he manages to avoid significant consequences while in office.